Everyone, and welcome to our edition here of Weyburn City Council on Zoom. And we are here tonight, March 8th, and I'd like to welcome again all the folks watching us. First, I would like to have a roll call. Do we have Councillor Corrigan?
Present.
Councillor Van Betju?
Present.
Councillor Richards?
Present.
Councillor Mickle?
Present.
Councillor Morissette? And Councillor Janke?
Present.
And also with us is Danette Richards, Richter, I should say, Danette Richter, with our city clerk, City Administrator Warren, Laura Missal, our finance, Jennifer Wilkinson, our engineering, and two people from the media. Moving forward, do I have a motion to allow for a meeting?
Your Worship, I'll make that motion. I would move the City Council suspend the rules of order as set out in the City of Weyburn Council Procedures bylaw to allow for City Council and City Administration to participate in the regular meeting of City Council this 8th day of March 2021.
This is
Well-
Councillor Mickle, and I second that motion.
Discussion? Seeing none, do we have a vote? All those in favor? Councillor Janke,
Yes.
Councillor Morissette,
Yes.
Councillor Van Betju,
Yes.
Councillor Richards,
Yes.
Councillor Corrigan,
Yes.
Councillor Mickle,
Yes.
and Mayor Roy, yes. Moving forward, I'm just going to adjust my screen there. Moving forward, we will open the, do we have a share screen there, Matthew, please?
Your Worship, I'm just trying to get it loaded up.
Okay. We're moving forward here for the agenda. We ask any additions on the agenda. Any from council? Any from administration?
There's no additions tonight from administration, Your Worship.
Okay, more moving forward, we have I was relying on the share screen. That's right. So just give me a second here to kick up my screen. We have no the next thing on the agenda is we have no nobody here, no additions. There's no public hearings and notices, no delegations, proclamations. There's no reports of standing committees. On the consent agenda, we have a water treatment report and a public works report. Is there
Your Worship,
Yes.
I want to go back and approve the minutes.
Oh, pardon me. Sorry, I missed
That's okay.
that part. So
I'll give you that motion, Your Worship, that the minutes of the regular council meeting and the strategic planning and priorities meeting of February 22nd, 2021 be approved.
Your Worship, this is Councillor Morissette, and I will second that.
Discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Mr. Janke,
Yes.
Councillor Morissette,
Yes.
Councillor Mickle,
Yes.
Councillor Van Betju,
Yes.
Councillor Richards,
Yes.
Councillor Corrigan,
Yes.
Mayor Roy, yes. Sorry about that. I got out of order there. I missed that. We are moving forward here. The consent agenda, we have the water treatment report and the public works report. Do I have a motion, please, to accept those two reports?
Yes, Your Worship, this is Councillor Van Betju. I'd like to make a motion that the following items on the consent agenda be accepted as presented. Water treatment plant report for February and public works report for February.
Your Worship, this is Councillor Corrigan. I will second that motion.
Any discussion?
Yes, Your Worship, I have a question. I'd like to address this to engineering, Jennifer Wilkinson. Jennifer, this conversation on the street, maybe you can help me out here. What is with the water level at Nickel Lake due to the lack of moisture and runoff? Can you tell me what's going on?
Yes, thank you, Councillor Mickle. So We actually are always looking at the runoff situation, the level at Nichols, so they actually go out and look at it every day to, so we track that. We do have lower levels this winter right now due to lack of moisture. But based on the last 5 years, we are actually sitting kind of in the middle of what we have seen for this time of year. So we still feel that Nickel Lake is at an acceptable level that we can provide water to the residents based on our 5-year history. So we, although we do have little, we will have little runoff and lower snowfall this year, we do still feel that we're in an acceptable area for providing water.
Thank you so much.
Any further questions? Hearing none, call the question. All those in favor of receiving these 2 items on consent agenda? Dr. Corrigan,
Yes.
Councillor Van Betju,
Yes.
Councillor Richards,
Yes.
Councillor Mickle,
Yes.
Councillor Janke,
Yes.
Councillor Morissette,
Yes.
Mayor Roy, yes. Moving forward, do you have for motions, accounts payable? Do I have a motion, please?
Yes, Your Worship, I'm pleased to make a motion that the purchases in the amount of $735,239.81 from February 18th to March the 4th, 2021 be approved.
Second,
Your worship, it's Councillor Richards. I'll second that.
discussion? There was one item, Laura, in their gym expenses is, I think it was around $10,000. Do you know anything what that is about?
I think that might be some equipment for the new Spark Center.
Okay, that's what I kind of figured. I just wanted to confirm that. So, all right. Hearing none, call the question. All those in favor, Councillor Morissette,
Yes.
Councillor Janke,
Yes.
Councillor Mickle,
Yes.
Councillor Van Betju,
Yes.
Councillor Richards,
Yes.
Councillor Corrigan,
Yes.
Mayor Roy, yes. Next item on the agenda, we have the Parks and Leisure Fleet Tender. I'll let Engineering Wilkinson.
Yes, good evening. So this is for the Parks and Facilities Maintenance Equipment fleet tender. So for fleet services, we have an allotted department budget for the following capital purchases. So for a wide area mower, $50,000 was budgeted. For 2 72-inch mowers, it was $44,000 in the budget. There was a utility work machine with attachments for $86,000, and then an electric turf utility vehicle for $15,000. The utility work machine with attachments, as well as the electric turf utility vehicle, are new purchases for the Credit Union Spark Center. As well, the Fleet Services Department did offer a 2012 wide area mower for trade, and then the 2 72-inch mowers being replaced will be converted to sprayers, and the current sprayers will be sold at auction at a later date. So we haven't allotted a cost to those. So on February 3rd, the RFP was posted on SAS Tenders and the City of Weyburn website. The competition was prepared to allow bidders to provide quotations on the tender in 4 separate parts. So they had the option to bid on one or all of the parts. So below is the quotations that were received. So we did receive a total of 5 tenders. So for the 2 72-inch front mount rotary mowers, we did receive tenders from 3 different vendors. For the wide area mower, we only received 1. As then for the utility work machine with attachments, we only received 1 tender. And then as you can see, for the electric turf utility machine, we only received 1 quote as well. So just to kind of give you guys an idea, we didn't receive as many quotes on some of these pieces of equipment because they are a lot more specialized and not all vendors would carry them. So that would be part of why you aren't seeing as many quotes on the other three pieces versus the front mount rotary mowers. So we are recommending as follows. For the two 72-inch front mount rotary mowers, we would award them to Tractorland at a bid price of $41,254.57. And they would be the one that we would accept the trade from on the wide area mower. For part two, we are looking to award the wide area mower to South Country Equipment at a bid price of $79,075.29 net cost delivered without trade. And then for part three, the utility work machine with attachments, we would look to award this to Bobcat of Regina at a price of $88,170.63 net cost delivered without trade. And for the electric turf utility machine to South Country Equipment at a bid price of $16,855.35 net cost delivered without trade. So this does, all four parts, put us slightly over budget for these allotted amounts, mainly due to the wide area mower being higher priced than expected. So we would be asking council to allot an extra $20,000 to purchase these pieces of equipment. It works out into the end.
Thank you very much, Jen. I appreciate that. Do we have a motion?
Your worship, this is Councillor Morissette, and I would like to make the motion that the Parks and Facilities Maintenance Equipment tender be awarded as follows. Part 1, two 72-inch front mount rotary mowers, Tractorland, at a bid price of $41,254.57 net cost delivered with trade. Part 2, one 4-wheel drive wide area mower, South Country Equipment, at a bid price of $79,075.29 net cost delivered without trade. Part 3, one utility work machine with attachments, Bobcat of Regina, at a bid price of $88,170.63 net cost delivered without trade. And Part 4, one electric turf utility machine to South Country Equipment at a bid price of $16,855.35 net cost delivered without trade.
Your worship, this is Councillor Janke. I would like to second that motion.
Very good. Discussion, call the discussion. Mr. Richards.
Thanks, Your Worship. To the Director of Engineering, just one question. And you may have explained this and it may have gotten past me. So if you have, I apologize. About $20,000 off on this purchase, set of purchases, pardon me. But all of these without trade. Will there be equipment that can be disposed of that could help to recover part of that over budget?
So we do have a couple of converted sprayers that we will sell later at auction. We just don't have we just don't have an estimate on what we would actually get back in auction. So we will sell those in auction and hopefully offset some of the costs. But other than that, we don't have much specifically for this part that would offer for trade.
Thank you.
Further discussion? Again, Jen, the reason that it was over the budget was that the mowers were a little more money than we anticipated on those.
Yeah, it's mainly the wide area mower that is the big difference because we only had budgeted $50,000 for that.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, call the question. All those in favor? Councillor Morissette?
Yes.
Councillor Janke?
Yes.
Councillor Mickle?
Yes.
Councillor Van Bettu?
Yes.
Councillor Richards?
Yes.
Councillor Corrigan?
Yes.
Mayor Roy? Yes. Passed unanimously. And that introduction of bylaws, there's none. Unfinished business, there is none. New business, there is none. Inquiries and announcements, any point onto that?
I have one, Your Worship.
Yes.
City of Weyburn Walk of Fame Committee is excited to announce inductees for the 2021 season. Is Catherine Grosson and Graham Bellette. Both individuals are accomplished athletes, Catherine in swimming and Graham in golf. They have represented Weyburn well at provincial and national levels. They also represent many characteristics that are essence of Weyburn, which is hard work, community, and commitment. The induction ceremony is scheduled for mid-June, but more details will be determined closer to that date. You can visit the City of Weyburn website for full bios of Catherine and Graham and other Walk of Fame information. And we're excited about having that. As you know, Your Worship, we have it every 2 years. And this go around, we had 6 people that nominated people, and we thank them for that. And we're very excited about the 2021 ceremony.
Very good. Other announcements?
I have one, Your Worship.
Go
Sorry.
ahead.
This is Councillor Morissette. I'm on the library board, and I attended the AGM last week. So one question that had been posed to me from a citizen was the library was no longer collecting fines on late books. And this is actually something that's going to be happening province-wide. There's just a few libraries that are still doing it. It's a pilot project, but they found that readership is actually up when those late fees aren't sort of looming over your head. So they think that this is a process. But in saying that, if you find that your book is more than 30 days past its due date, you will be charged for a full replacement cost. So it's not a free pass, but it encourages more people to come and check out books maybe for a little bit longer. And I encourage everybody to check out the Take and Make kits. It's sort of a virtual process that the library has started to get people to come into the library, pick up their the kits for whatever craft they're going to be making, and then you participate online with the programmers. So I think it's a great way to show that libraries aren't just books and taking them out anymore. They're thinking outside of the box, and I'm really proud. And last month, they're still doing lots behind the scenes and planning for potential events. They're just waiting on whatever the regulations come to be from the provincial government. And as always, they can always use volunteers. So if you want to give Shannon a call at the Ag office at 842-4052, even if you just have a few extra hours to spare.
Very good. And as in coming events that we see the Weyburn Red Wings are still moving along, and our other junior sports team that's very predominant within our community, the Beavers, they're having their March 20th, they're having their virtual supper. So there's, you can see that people, the Gold Wings are still around. We can see that people are still trying to keep things together through this pandemic, which I give great credit to all of our clubs, the library, everybody else, as we move forward, and hopefully spring is around the corner and we can move forward. Dick, I thought you were off for all those unreturned books, but you're gonna have to replace them. So sorry about that, buddy. So I'm back.
Thank you, Your Worship, for bringing that up in the public.
That was one back from what, 1952? You took
No,
out
be
in the high
nice, be
school.
nice.
Yeah. Well, that was Esteban. That was Esteban. Sorry.
That's
about
Esteban, then. You're right.
So anyway, other than that, any other further announcements? Seeing none, then we are going to move forward, and I'll call this meeting adjourned. Thank you, everyone, for attending tonight.